Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we're going to talk about George Santos and who's at fault. Because that's a discussion that is taking place in a lot of corners in the United States right now. Who is really the entity that should shoulder the responsibility for what happened? Now, if you don't know what occurred, a candidate who won their election in New York has since been found to have provided a little bit of fiction with their background. They creatively interpreted some things. Like pretty much everything. There are actually so many allegations now, I can't even keep track of them all. Everything from educational background to where they worked, to heritage, everything. Some of it is normal padding of a resume. Some of it isn't. So, this person won their election. The election's over. They won. And the discussion that's taking place is, because it's the United States, who to blame? Who to blame? The two candidates being offered up to accept the responsibility are the Democratic Party or the media. Okay, Santos is a Republican, but the Democratic Party, by this argument, should have engaged in basic opposition research, and they would have uncovered this. Yes and no. They would have uncovered a lot of it. Some of this is outside the scope of normal basic opposition research. But some of it certainly would have been uncovered if they had done that. The other candidate is the media. The local media should have investigated somebody who is running for public office in a position of trust, running to represent the area that they cover. And they should have investigated him a little bit and found more out than basic opposition research would have. I don't know that this is an either-or moment. That's the debate, is which one is to blame. And you see people shuffling the blame back and forth. It's not either-or. Both entities dropped the ball on this one. But that's not who's to blame. That's not who's to blame. Only in today's age would the Republican Party running a candidate like this somehow be the fault of the Democratic Party or the media. Think about what's being said there. The reality is the fact that the Republican Party, who ran the candidate, is not even in the discussion about who to blame. That should terrify the Republican Party. Because this conversation, it's not taking place among Republicans. It's taking place among independents and Democrats. That's who's trying to figure out who to blame. And they don't even consider blaming the Republican Party because they, including the independents, just accept the fact that the Republican Party is going to lie and be deceitful. The Republican Party has lost the trust of the American voter to such an extreme that when a candidate runs and a situation like this is uncovered, they don't even view them as being at fault because that's just how horrible they are. That's how much they lie. That's how much they manipulate their own voters and play them. That should really worry the Republican Party. Their base, some of them, it doesn't matter. They're going to vote for the R no matter what. But those independents, something like this, they won't forget it. They absolutely will not forget it. And the fact that the Republican Party really isn't talking about this, the leadership, that says a lot too. Those candidates, they say a lot to the voter. That's who the voter is putting their faith in. And if that faith is misplaced and the Republican Party does nothing about it, it's gonna matter. Trust me, there are a whole bunch of independent first-time voters who will never vote for the Republican Party again after this. The Republican Party ran a candidate with a less than accurate bio. And the conversation in the United States is whether or not it's appropriate to blame the Democratic Party or the media. Because it's just expected for the Republican Party to lie to the American people. And it's the Democratic Party that is expected to expose those lies, that is expected to uphold democracy, because the Republican Party has become synonymous with trying to undermine it in any way, shape, or form. The damage that the Republican Party is doing to itself right now will last decades. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.